what's up YouTube? It's Wednesday morning, about 10 o'clock, and it's about 26 degrees. We have had nothing but hot weather for the last little while, so I'm getting out early-ish, because it's going to be about 37 degrees today. And that would be 37, that would be, I don't know, the high 90s anyway for you Fahrenheit folks. Yeah, it's been real hot to ride. But I bought a new jacket. I used to have a great summer motorcycling jacket, and it got stolen in the last break-in. And I've had a hard time trying to find anything like it. You know, it was very open mesh, a lot of mesh on it, more than most. Finally, yesterday I found one, and I'll show it to you later. And it's the coolest summer jacket I have ever had. It's not one of the regular makes. I tried high and low all over the internet to find something, and I could not, and I tried the local shops that I normally go to. Again, couldn't find a thing. I ended up going to a Harley Davidson dealership, and this is Harley Davidson branded merchandise. But I'll tell you what, like I say, it's the best summer motorcycling jacket I've come across. And it only cost me $160. I mean, it's a bit of a compromise on abrasion resistance, but not tremendously. And I got my full armor in it, well, elbows and shoulder. But at least I can ride in stifling heat later in the day. It's about as cool as wearing a t-shirt, but you don't get baked by the sun. Okay, so take my helmet off and I'll show you the jacket. Okay, so here we are. I don't know whether the camera's aimed right, but very open mesh. See what I mean? You know, it's all mesh everywhere. So it has the Harley logo on it, but that doesn't matter. It's kind of discreet. It isn't screaming at you, so I don't mind. Hey, if anybody asks me, how come you're wearing that jacket? You're riding a Honda. I'll say the Harley's in the shop, and that's true. I haven't bought it yet. It's in the shop. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the jacket. It's extremely cool. Like I say, it feels like you're wearing just a t-shirt, but the sun doesn't get to your skin. Well, this sure is a beautiful day for a ride, gotta say. Beautiful day, beautiful road. Yeah, it gets so hot at this time of year where I live. Everything starts drying out, and we get the risk of forest fires. So I've got my fingers crossed that we'll be lucky this year. So far we have been. I do not want to breathe in smoke. These new tires that I got, the Dunlop Sport Max Q3 Plus, I'm very pleased with them. I really like the way they handle, and they have great grip. Even though the size is the exact same as the tires that I took off, which were the stock 180 55 R17. These are the same size, but yet what I feel is they have a slightly rounder profile. And maybe that's just, I don't know, a slightly shorter sidewall, just the way just the way one model of tire differs from another. I don't know. Shouldn't be, but I notice when I look at the profile, it seems that way. It comes down more on the sides. There's a really bumpy road in these sections here. Ugh. Like that. Man, I always love that view when I hit it. Gorgeous, eh? Beautiful Lake Okanagan. Ooh, I love that look. All the rolling brown hills. That's what the grass usually looks like here in the summer, is brown. We had such a wet and cool spring that it stayed green for a lot longer than normal. But now we have the heat, so I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he says he's gonna give up motorcycling. I think he's 73, and yeah, he's been motorcycling all his life. And I wonder how that's going to be for him after a while of not riding. I guess he feels that his skills and his physical condition are not something he can totally rely on anymore. Can't trust himself too much when push comes to shove, kind of thing, you know. Get into a situation, he's doubtful he'll be able to handle it as well as he should, you know. And I guess you gotta think about these things. So I hope that goes well for him, if that's what he does. On the flip side of that, a neighbor of mine, he rode over yesterday on his Can-Am Spyder. And he had been riding for a lot of years earlier in his life, and he's 75 now. And he decided a couple years ago to get back into it, but not really, you know, get back into it with a Can-Am Spyder. So he's on 3 wheels, and it's got a handlebar and a motorcycle type seat, but it turns like a car. Anyway, they're strange vehicles. I'm not sure I like them, but he's having a whole lot of fun on his. He goes on long trips and such. So the more power to him, absolutely. He says, I got this and now I'm happy. And isn't that what motorcycling, or in his case, close to motorcycling, is all about, right? Getting some joy out of it. Well, we're just heading into Vernon on Old Kamloops Road. This is a nice alternative to the highway to get into Vernon from Highway 97 north. And we came up this way on West Side Road from Kelowna. Well, we're in Vernon now, or just entering Vernon. And it's getting hot out, that's for sure. Whenever it gets hot like this, I'm reminded of my years growing up in Windsor, Ontario. And in Windsor, it got stifling hot with high humidity. And when you grow up with something, it becomes part of you somehow, eh? So though we don't have the humidity here, when we get the hot weather, I am reminded of the feeling of being a kid in Windsor. And of course, we never had air conditioning. I still don't, by choice. But yeah, back then we didn't have air conditioning. And yeah, it was hot, but you get used to it. Well, we're in Vernon here, and just heading to the turnoff to get out of Vernon and go back to Kelowna. This is a beautiful territory here. This road from Vernon to Kelowna. It's just gorgeous most of the way. To our left there is Kalamalka Lake. That's an Indian word for a lake of many colors, or thereabouts. And the lake in the distance there is Wood Lake. Yeah, this area, I mean, it's just stunningly beautiful, really. It's so open, you know, it's not confined by a lot of trees and that type of thing. So it's very airy, feels free. I love it. There's a view, eh? Everywhere you look, gorgeous. I am so fortunate to live in this area. Well, I think that's about it for this video. So, you guys, ride safe. Take care, have fun. I will catch you on another one.